What is up, people of YouTube? Welcome to another day in paradise. For those of you guys who are new, my name is Cody McCarty. Today we are in the beautiful Santa Cruz. It's a little foggy, overcast, but you never know what you're gonna get up in NorCal, especially in the off season. This whole trip was meant to get out, hang out with my mom, and do a little bit of photography and kind of bring her into my world. It's been a cool experience to have because me and my mom, we don't spend a lot of time together, so getting out here, getting to do that with her and kind of get out into nature and travel is awesome. She's the one who gave me the travel bug ever since I was young. This is my mom, the person who brought me into this world and says she can take me out of it. I remember traveling all the time with her, and my camera and all that stuff doesn't even compare to getting out there and seeing the world with my own eyes. But I love being able to document it. Kind of a photograph can bring back all those memories more than just trying to remember it off the top of your head. And same goes for video. So that's what got me into it, that's what got me started, and that led me to where I'm at today and with what I'm talking to you guys about, which is what's more important, gear or getting out there to places to photograph. Honestly, you might want to buy a new piece of equipment because you see how much it costs to travel or go to the places you want to photograph, and you might be thinking, that'll be a week will go by so quick. This gear will last me a long time. I can always do that trip later. First, get out there and travel and use the equipment that you have. Okay, cool, video's done. That was it, that was the message. You guys know that's not where I'm ending this video. Now I want to say with traveling, don't think you have to break the bank to go on a quick little trip or see something you haven't seen. Airlines have fire sales where, like this, we got round trip $40 to come up to Santa Cruz from Orange County. It wasn't that long a flight, quick little hour, cost us less than what it cost us in gas to get up here.
We actually flew into San Jose and then drove down here in less than an hour.
My bad, we didn't fly into Santa Cruz. My bad. Last night I looked up places that I wanted to see that are up here that aren't local to me, and one of the places was a redwood forest, just because we don't have those massive California redwoods down in Southern California. And we stopped in the town right outside, get some breakfast. These are the really cool, like, beautiful things that I don't normally get to see back home that make traveling worth it. I will say though that not knowing the area makes it a little bit challenging, but asking people who live in the area really helps to just make sure that you're seeing the best spots and stuff. Don't be afraid to ask people where you should go and check things out. And we have the internet. Look ahead of times, look at the 3D maps, look at places, just kind of zoom out on the map. You don't even have to like search the internet, just zoom out, see where the forests are and check it out. That's something that you can definitely do. And just get out there and travel and see things. And I'm rambling. Now I have a perfect example of when you might want to consider purchasing new gear versus traveling beforehand. Let's say you have these massive redwoods and you want to be able to photograph them. Having an ultra wide lens is going to help with that. I don't even think 16 mil though could really capture the majesty of these massive trees, but 24 certainly isn't. So that's one of those situations where you might want to consider the gear before the travel. I still would prioritize travel, seeing it is just incredible and no amount of photography or videography would do this justice. But if you want to capture it, you want to show it, you might want to consider the gear first. It's not a end-all be-all travel first. Sometimes you do need the tools to get the job done. Here's another situation where if I had my 16 to 35 still, it would come in handy. We're visiting the old Winchester Mystery House. My mom actually wanted to see this. And what's the story with this place?
It was built by Mrs. Winchester, the gentleman who created the Winchester rifle, and she felt like the spirits of the dead that were killed by the Winchester rifle haunted her. So there's a lot of interesting things about this house that they had, and it's all because of that background. Anyways.
Yeah, so there you guys, you learned something today. I'm gonna see if I can take my camera in. Castle was really cool. We learned a lot of history, a lot of stairways to like nowhere, and a lot of stained glass and doors to nowhere. It's weird lady. This isn't one of those trips where you're questioning whether or not you could have bought a new lens or camera equipment. It's just one of those like cheap, affordable trips that is a cool little opportunity you get to do. We're talking more about those bigger trips and when you need to decide whether or not you are investing in gear before going on the trip, or if it's just better for you to go on the trip. We are really early to the airport right now. Now, because we're here so early, I think I can actually talk to you guys a little bit here about gear since we have some time to kill. But I know a lot of people who click on my videos and click on these videos in particular are very curious about the gear aspect. And trust me, I get gear envy, I check out gear videos, I watch them, I enjoy them, and I like knowing the newest tech. But a lot of people get caught up in it and then they start thinking, I need this lens and I need it for this purpose, and they don't create as much because they're too busy looking at the next thing versus what they have. I think that money could be better spent towards travel and stuff like that, but we'll get into situations where maybe you do need better gear. I'm gonna just start off with iPhone videographers and just the casual people. Your phone is great for capturing high definition video and great photos. It's going to be difficult to make that cinematic though because of the sensor size and creating shallow depth of field in video. Those situations, if you want it to look super cinematic, a larger sensor is going to help you out. Biggest thing that you might notice an improvement on, and where you won't even be able to capture what you're trying to capture to show the trip or whatever, would be low light situations. The larger sensor and faster lenses will allow you to capture things your phone just simply can't. They have night modes now and it works, it's great. It's using software to figure it out and it looks awesome, but it's just not great definition. It's still not there, and I don't think it will get quite there. So if you're looking to upgrade your phone, or maybe you have a nice DSLR or something like that that shoots high def video, your next thing would be looking into a nice lens that has a wide open aperture for those situations. There are tons of situations where I was shooting at f1.4 just because I didn't have light, especially in the Winchester house where they didn't have it well lit, and I couldn't sacrifice and do less than 1/25 of a shutter speed without losing some sharpness to the image. So being able to use that 1.4 allowed me to capture some photos in there. And there are tons of situations like with the lighting conditions in the deep forest where sun isn't really penetrating. f1.4 allowed me to capture slow-mo footage I wouldn't have been able to get. You're starting to get it, right? These are tools, and context of which you're using it matters. My phone would have been great if I was just capturing it. It's convenient, it's there. It's not $4,000 that could have been spent towards, let's say, I want to go scuba dive with killer whales in Norway. I plan on doing that. That trip's expensive. And I may go, no wait, I want to have this $10,000 camera setup before I spend $10,000 on this trip, where my phone probably could capture it great. Oh dang it, I could have been scuba diving with orcas already. Joking aside, honestly, I do want to get the best image possible. I do this for a living, so that is one of the reasons why I chose this, and I really want to capture it and share it with you guys, and the phone just wouldn't do it justice to the extent that I want it to. So that's why I use these tools. Now, I didn't start off with all these tools, all the equipment that I have. It got built up over time. As I took on jobs or I found that I couldn't get shots,
I upgraded lenses, camera bodies, got lav mics, got lights. It slowly came over time with more shoots, with more practice, and more gigs, realizing where I had shortcomings, where I could improve. I have spent more than my fair share of money on gear that was wasted. I bought lenses that everybody told me were the best, the ones that you needed, and they didn't fit my shooting style. They didn't get the job done for me. And learning that was difficult. But if you get out, you go, you shoot every day, you capture as much as you can, you'll slowly start to develop a style. You'll slowly start to figure out what look you're going for, what you need. And it's all about getting out there and doing more and more. Little projects for yourself, or trying to get jobs with the gear that you have, or you may have already kind of figured out where something's lacking. Do your homework, figure it out. Rent lenses, honestly, if you need to. Go to the camera store and try it out. Most of them will let you. See if it has that look that you want. It takes time, and honestly, you need to really think about what you're going to get in return for these lenses, because it isn't going to make you create more. It isn't going to make you a better cinematographer or photographer. Well, getting the new lens or camera body makes you want to get out and use it, at least for a little bit. But it's getting out there every day and practicing that's important. Now my arm's getting really tired. I'm ready to conclude this video. I don't know about you guys. If you guys watched it this far, thank you. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, I'll see you guys around.